Yeah.
Audio issues.
Okay.
Mic check, mic check.
1 2 1 2.
All right, all right. Breaking shit. Podcast. Uh, Without further ado, Chicago Black Delegation Podcast is a show dedicated to the reshaping and reclaiming of black culture in America. The intention of this podcast is to improve the conditions of blacks in America by way of platforming different ideas. At no point will the views shared on this podcast be the show's title, conversation headers, individual express ideas, or otherwise should be interpreted as an attack on other groups, but rather as a means to a greater end for blacks in America. Views shared by individuals does not represent the views shared by Chicago Black Delegation, its staff, or other guests unless specified. Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. You just need to probably just start putting it up as a disclaimer.
It's just like a prompt so people
Yeah,
just read it.
pop it one time, bam, before the show starts. You go about the day.
I need to do a lot, but I need a whole intro. But, that's what we got at 9 to 5. You know how that go. Okay. So we're gonna do this. Oops, wrong button. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I am host HT, aka High Thinking, and then I'm joined with my co-host, King Savage. And today, more or less like any other live stream day, we're gonna be going over a few videos that we ran across on the internet that we think is important for discussion, especially pertaining to upliftment of our culture and our peoples. Again, not to be confused with denigrating or the destruction of other peoples. It's just that we have a mission to uphold as Black Americans, because if we don't do it, nobody else will. So basically, I don't know. There's been a lot of conversation going on during Black History Month. We definitely been had our ears and eyes open and stuff like that. So a lot of conversations have been that's been going on there. a lot of things that there's some things to be proud of. This is Black History Month. First and foremost, nothing to be ashamed of in celebrating Black History. But at the same time, there's been a lot of like nonsense as well. So, namely to do with a lot of I mean, I'll just put it like this: like for what black is supposed to mean, and especially in America, especially by definition, it's kind of strange that we still dealing with a lot of infighting amongst the black race. Now, it seems to be a lot of confusion regarding what black means, especially in America. So I want to just kind of bring some clarification to what to. I want to bring some clarification to a lot of people that seem to be confused out there. You feel me? So I'm finna go ahead and pull up the census. I'm finna just pull up what black means in America. You feel me? By definition of the United States Census. Yeah. So let me just pull up right here and show y'all real quick. I think it's this button. Yeah. So here it says, I typed in census, black meaning, because this is census directly tied to the United States government. If we're going to be living in the United States, we're essentially going to be abiding by the rules and definitions set forth by the United States. Um, so when you going, I mean, it's not even this is not even just a census. It's like any government document that's asks you to check in block smart. You're gonna check in white, black, Pacific Islander, other or whatever. You feel me? So here it says the United States Census Bureau defines black or African American as someone who has origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. This definition is based on the 1997 Office of Management and Budget (OMB) standards on race and ethnicity. So here's a little bit of further explanation. The Census Bureau uses social definitions of race, non-biological, anthropological, or genetic definitions. And, a lot of people try to implement these categorization, these markers into their understanding of what black means. And sorry, I hate to break it to you, but in the context of the census, in the context of like what most will view as the standard in America, this is what we're talking about. This is what America defines as black. The Census Bureau racial categories reflect racial and national origin or socio-cultural groups. The Census Bureau uses a variety of approaches to show data on race and ethnicity. The Census Bureau's questionnaires have historically ordered the categories of population. So this is the thing. Anybody that has like the miseducation to come to America and hit the check mark of other, and maybe they'll put in Jamaican, or maybe they'll put in like I don't know, Ghanaian or Senegalese. They like anybody. If memory serves me correctly, the people that conduct these research that handles the census, they'll read that other, and they're like, okay, this dude's an idiot, so we're gonna erase this other, and then we put in replace it with a check mark for black, because essentially that's literally what you are. You if your nationality and your roots stem from that place, from a region of Africa, then guess what? That the United States itself will categorize yourself as black. Now, if you want to identify yourself by your nationality, that's just another conversation. But that's just how, at least that's how I'm gonna define like black, because that's just what is just gonna be easiest for most people to understand, unless you try to come in with these cockamamie alternative understandings of what black means. So I'm just saying, when we talk about Black History Month, we're talking about the study of the contributions of all of those people that are descended of different regions of Africa, Black Americans, or FBAs and ADOS and freedmen included, right? And a lot of people will try to like forget that. So it's strange to me that during Black History Month, a time to celebrate our history, we are still finding ways to fight amongst each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want to be separate so bad. I don't understand it. I don't understand with all these little different groups. It doesn't really make any sense. It just seems like a bunch of lost people just want to identify with something. And that's the problem. A bunch of lost people.
Yeah. So I don't
Looking for identity.
when I mean shit, I think the identity of being African is not even a bad identity anyway. Like knowing when you do your research and your history, you find out what was happening over there before things changed and stuff like that. I mean, if Africa does have a rich history, you just got to dig for it. You feel me? So, but otherwise, I just want to bring some clarification to that a little bit. But otherwise, we're gonna be talking about like a lot of other stuff today. Somewhat pertaining to it, but mostly not. But like, without further ado, oh yeah, if anybody that's new here, for the most part, how we conduct this show is essentially we'll intro and we intro and outro every show or every segment. We have 3 segments, and then when I outro a segment, don't confuse that for like the ending of the stream itself or the live stream itself, but rather it's just the ending for that specific segment. So, and the reason I do this is because on the editing side, I kind of chop these videos up and represent them into other ways of other like smaller forms of like content and stuff like that, just so everybody will be more likely to click on it and have, engage with it and stuff like that. So anyway, without further ado, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HT, aka High Thinking, and this is my host,
Ring Savage.
And we are here to talk a little bit about what's been going on amongst the farmers. There's been quite a bit of content, especially on TikTok and a little bit on Instagram about how farmers have kind of feel about this whole not just the Trump administration, but even before then, how they feel about voting for Trump anyway. Like there's like literally a farmer like literally said he's not worried about Donald Trump deporting all the immigrants or illegal immigrants, even though his farm is ran by illegal immigrants. And he's like literally said himself, like they asked him a question like, hey, did you what would happen if Donald Trump took these workers away from you? Mm-hmm. He said they'd be out of food in like 2 days or something like that.
And that's just crazy. And that you don't care. That's the problem. People like they hate people so much that they'll destroy themselves in that hate.
And that's just simply insane to me, bro. It's like we just want what's owed to us for the most part, but if we can't get that, we at least want to be treated fairly. These people are willing to like self-destruct and crash out in order to impede the progress, and impede the or just uphold the status quo and whatever. How can you say white supremacy? So I don't know, like stuff like that is weird to me. But like besides that, like I said, some of those guys are still proud they voted for Trump, and apparently look like it kind of came around to bit him in the ass. So let's check out this lady's content and see what she has to say about it. So.
Now, meaning food stamps, are a subsidy to Walmart and candy companies, charging the government $4 for an ounce of corn syrup. Okay, I understand where you're coming from here. So this was on a video where I was saying, do folks in America not realize that food stamps and WIC and other programs like that for needy families, for hungry people, that those are actually USDA agricultural subsidies? And so when farmers vote against handouts, when conservative Republican farmers voted for Donald Trump, voted for gutting these programs and left to judge hungry folks, call them welfare queens, with how they love to rage against socialism, that those folks are shooting themselves in the foot.
Real quick, what do you think about these people that try to attack people for being like quote unquote welfare queens and attacking people's ability to access these handouts?
I mean, they act like they want it, so I just said, if you want it so bad, go be poor. I mean, that's obviously what it is. I mean, like, if you want that shit, go be poor. Nobody wants to be fucking poor, but obviously you guys do.
So, yeah.
Because in wanting to do away with or cut back these programs, they are ensuring that the subsidies that keep their farms going, those go away. We are watching America's farmers in the heartland start to wake up to the reality that their support of Donald Trump might cost them their farms.
So real quick, she kind of like That's kind of strange to me, and I'm just kind of like pull this, take a step back and like kind of relate this to other people that may not be farmers and stuff. Is we spoke the other week about how people, especially Americans, seem to like not have a problem with. I mean, we said this is about like the Tiffany Harris situation actually, but we pointed out the fact that Americans have a tendency of essentially signing up and voting for something they have no idea what they are even signing up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And this is just like another example of that. Like it's like these people they're fed these buzzwords like handouts and all of the stuff that kind of makes them clutch their pearls and have I guess they have negative connotations attached to it. And then they essentially get gaslit into voting against something that will really benefit them. And I don't know. I think people need to just do a better job at understanding the policy and understand how that policy relates to them, especially if that means they research it themselves.
That's the problem. The government know how people think. They did too many social experiments, so they know how to manipulate people at the highest court.
Man.
So it doesn't matter, Some people be like, I'm smarter than that, but they know majority, about probably 90% of the people on this planet is probably stupid. It's only probably 10% that's probably clever. You know what I'm saying? At best, it's 10%.
Yeah. So. And I like honestly, I don't even consider myself clever like that. I just know that if I don't understand something, it's been my best interest to understand what the fuck's going on before I hang myself. You feel me?
Most people don't, bro. When they post an article, most time people just react off the title, don't read it. So
why is that? Is it just because it's so salacious to read for the first time? Or?
Yeah, because it's something because you assume the title is going to be somewhat close to the article, and then some days you click that bitch, the title has nothing to do with the article because it's clickbait. It's just to get you to open it and try to read it. Even if you don't read it, the person that made it still get paid for it because they just look off the clicks. Doesn't mean all they care is about that's it. They click. And once you click it, that counts.
Yeah, because I guess how it works is that click hits a counter and they use that counter to show advertise like this. Look how much people would see your stuff. Yeah.
But they know majority of the people don't read it, so they know they got you hating when they go to the comments. You already mad. They mad. They like when you read some shit, you be like, bro, that's not even what they talking about. And people are just exposing their hate and emotion just off the title. They got you right there. They got you flared up. And they see how many people do that. So that's how now they know to study how many people are this stupid they don't fucking read. So if you just put a big bold title and say this, then the third, it incites fear, anger, all these type of emotions that we can manipulate. So, and people, that's why I tell you, I hate being manipulated. I hate when I know I let a motherfucker manipulate. American people don't care about that.
Yeah,
I be enraged. I be ready to burn shit down.
My thing, sometimes I hit that rage meter, but sometimes I'm like, you know what, you motherfucker, that was a little bit clever. You got me, bitch. But I refuse to get got the same way again. But
American people, nah.
Oh yeah, they just over and over and over again.
Over and over again get ramrod.
I'm frankly surprised they don't remember all of the farmers who went out of business during the first Trump administration. It was a lot. Soybean farmers especially. Like, I understand the point that this person is making, right? Walmart, which is just a terrible, predatory business on purpose, pays their employees so little that they will qualify for food stamps, right? They pay them exploitive wages. Damn. And they rely on America's agricultural subsidy program to fund their profit margin, right? We are not going to pay our employees a living wage. We're going to keep it so low that we're going to have the government subsidize our business by getting those families food stamps and Medicaid as well.
They won't care as much about getting more money because you're getting your other assistance from the government, not them. So they save some money.
Interesting. Yeah, I think the first thing I was thinking of is like they get paid. It's like Walmart workers get paid so little. It's like you got to be like four of them living in. It got to be like four of them living in one house in order to be able to live. Like forget your privacy.
Oppress their pay enough that they qualify for these programs. Like I understand that that's what this commenter is saying here, and they're also saying that folks on food stamps. This is a very common belief that folks are just buying soda and candy and steaks. Like the conservative talking point is that they're just buying junk food and meat.
Don't buy steaks, cause like, that's the funny part. They just see a bitch with 8 kids go crazy. Oh, she got 8 kids, man.
Hey, it's tough, but that's like I
promise you that food stamps in her life is still hard.
Yeah, you gotta feed everybody. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I agree.
meat that, working class people can't afford. By the way, most people who take food stamps and who take WIC and are on assistance and who have kids on free and reduced lunch, those folks are working. They're working for places like Walmart. They are working class Americans. This is also an opportunity to remind you of who grows the corn that is turned into corn syrup. Do you not understand that allowing folks to buy sugary things or not allowing them to buy sugary things is not really that much about the health of people who are on those programs? I would posit that it is far more about what segment of the agricultural industry needs more subsidies. As a college student in Iowa, we had a train that cut through our campus, and every day it would just be ka-chunk, 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 these giant tankers full of corn syrup. Iowa, Nebraska, Illinois, Minnesota are main producers of corn for corn syrup. Those farmers are also getting agricultural subsidies, whether they are small family farms or giant agribusiness. But what we're seeing now under Trump is that small family farms are losing all of their subsidies. They're losing their grants that allow them to be competitive. The DEI, the E in DEI is equity for small farmers.
And this is, I think that equity thing is really important. And it's like, it seems to me as though Trump administration especially, but Republicans during this time period simply just don't care about, they don't seem to understand that these people need this type of help in order to survive, in order to produce for the American people. I would dare to say, even if it, even,
don't know that?
Huh?
You said the government don't know that?
They just don't seem to. They don't. I mean, because if they're willing to cut their subsidies, cut their even propose something like that, it seems that they don't. They're simply not empathetic to those people.
They do know that. But they do. I told you they do that on purpose.
Oh shit. Well, I mean, okay. That's fucked. That's even worse. There.
The whole goal is to get rid of the small farmers.
That's fucked up.
And to only have the big farmer. And who's the big farmer?
Mr. Fence himself, Mr. Gates himself. In other words,
that's
okay.
The plan.
Yeah, I get it. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I had a whole question. Okay, you just fucked that all up. All right, it's what it is. But damn, so that, Well, I gotta think about that for a second, because I'm thinking like they should know to help these people out because they need to, but they want them to sell it. Let's continue with the video.
That's how you move niggas off the board.
Let me keep watching this video.
And that is all gone away under Trump. And small farmers voted for that. They voted for their own ability to compete in the marketplace with big agribusiness, for that to be obliterated, because they didn't want hungry people to not be hungry. They didn't want to see children be fed. I don't know. But now big agribusiness is going to be able to outcompete family farms, buy up those family farms when those folks have to sell, when they lose their family farm, when they lose their legacy. Big
Crazy, man.
Corporations, also hedge funds, waiting to sweep in and buy up that land.
That's how they do it.
This is so slimy, bro.
They've been doing it for hundreds of years.
This is so.
Same tactics always work.
These niggas should be ashamed of themselves, man. Because,
and the problem is, American people want to keep fucking with history. Y'all need to learn history in the most purest way form possible, so this shit won't happen. But y'all,
back in the day, I really didn't think that history shit was all that important, and we can just make the right decisions as well.
I always knew history was important. Yeah.
And then here we are. I mean, yeah, pretty much. What can I say?
Because if you don't know, you will repeat it.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I know things can't, like, small details can change, like certain things can change, but if you can potentially put that what happened in the past through this filter that we would say is all this filter of all current events and stuff like that, but if that filter doesn't take away all of that shit that all of the problems that came from what happened in the past, then we're still going to deal with the same ramifications of what they dealt with.
Yep, it's just a little bit different, but it's the same. The overall grand scheme is still the same.
So I think that history shit is important, man. But let's keep going.
That's why they want to fuck with it the most.
The goal here is to drive little family farms out of business and to consolidate all of the government funding under big agribusiness and to have all of us be workers for these giant corporations. If you think I'm wrong, just read anything that Elon Musk has written about what he thinks about workers. I'm going to keep ranting about this subject today because I didn't know how many people were like, this is the first I have heard of this or come to understand that all of these welfare programs are really ag subsidies. And America's farmers are now incredibly conservative by and large. And the way they just voted in this election, despite the fact that so many of us were screaming at them, like, this is going to hurt your farm, they didn't believe it. And now they're waking up, they're finding out. So is this a moment when America's farmers return to their roots as members of the working class and unite with the rest of us? I sure hope so. So I made a quick little...
Okay. So that's all we'll pull it from right now. What is the name of this content creator? Jessica Morris. So wait, hold on. Oh, that's his name though. We'll find out later name we can. But let me just see. Let me see if I can find a name because I do want to give her some credit because that was actually some good content.
What else is that? People, no, that's not even her content. People react to her.
Oh, they do? Yeah, they be odd. So they stole her shit. Oh, that's fucked up.
Sometimes y'all looking at comments.
Okay. Well, if we find this lady, then we'll put in the comment. We'll put in the description. But fact of the matter is, yeah. So it's like it's as you said it was, and it's because you know history. You know what I'm saying? That's what they did in the past. It's like they essentially priced these small farmers out of the market to the point where they have to sell their property to these big, hedge fund corporations. You know what I'm saying? Like these essentially dominant entities in capitalism, and it's just another way of making a rich
people
rich.
Played right into their hands, so you have a complete entity with complete control of your food source. So that technically, that one entity can control you because that's when he feeds you. Like right now, we have an option right now since grocery stores are so high. We have local farmers. All you have to do, like I know, I drive past farms all day. They sell chickens, they sell eggs, they sell wood, they sell all type of shit right on the farm. You can pull right up with your money, and they get that shit going for you. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to cut out the middleman.
Yeah, whole time. Yeah, I that
it's
do sound
work. It's way more work, but hey, you get what you can. You get what you need.
But that could be a solution the whole time because you just got me a good idea. Say there is like a farmer that's like, yo, I'm not trying to lose my business. These Walmart and all these other people trying to fuck me. Like if y'all in this big city need some food or something like that, just come on out here. We can work something out. You know what I'm saying? So whole time, somebody in the hood you could probably pay like dude like I don't know everybody that wants something from this farmer can pay some driver like I don't know $5-10 a piece, and then he's gonna drive out there and then grab everything, pack it up, freeze and stuff, like whatever you got to do to make it to contain its freshness, and he can be like the distributor of everybody's food, like some sort of a mobile grocery store or something like that. Yeah. So I think that'd be like the communal way we can kind of fight against this as a people, rather than like depend on these middlemen and shit like that. But yeah, it's just like you said, find ways to cut out that middleman so we all can like live easier. You know what I mean? Because like we really are running out of options, especially as Black Americans. But hey, if you're not even Black and you're poor and you feel this oppression, then shit is work for you as well. You know what I'm saying? So pair up with us, and then let's fight against this war against the working class as best as we can, because they want us shit. What's left for us if nobody got like jobs and shit like that, and so I think the worst thing possible for us to the worst thing possible is for everybody to be limited to one man like controlling all of agriculture in America. Because like he can be a damn.
That should be poison. That's the bad.
It can be poison. Yeah, he can run to some kind of crazy ass scientist and believe everything that nigga say, and then he could just.
He is a crazy ass scientist.
Yeah.
Go look at what he did to people in India. Why he banned from India?
Well, there you go. So if
and his wife, never come there. That's public knowledge. All you gotta do is look into it.
All you gotta do is look into it.
Crazy scientist guy.
So yeah, it's in your best interest to support your local farmers, even if they're not all that local. You feel me? So strategize, like congregate, talk to your peoples, organize, do what you got to do to keep your family safe, because they don't care, and they trying to make as much money as they can for their own personal lives. So, any last words about this, bro?
Not at all. We can.
So yeah, it's been the Chicago Black Delegation. We'll catch you on the flip side. Okay, so we got a couple comments. We got a comment. Skillmonger says, "What's good, brother? Stopping to show support. Appreciate you, brother." Thanks for stopping by and giving us some love. That's my guy Skill Mark. He got a podcast called Downloadable Content. Check his shit out. Those dudes, if you need a boost as far as your political understanding, your and all of those good things, man, him and his homeboy do a really good job of breaking a lot of political matters down. The big ticket items. They make it essentially digestible for like the regular everyday folk. You know what I mean? So definitely check him out, subscribe to him, and share and like and subscribe to everything that they put out. But otherwise, yeah. So for everybody that leaves a comments like that, we will reach out to you. We will read it out. And all. We'll read every comment actually. It's just that we won't read it during the segment. You feel me? We'll read it in between segments. So without further ado, let's get to the next video. Okay. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HTK, Higher Thinking, and this is my co-host,
King Savage.
Yeah, and then we have a pretty interesting conversation to share with you today. It is from a content creator named Nania Sim. How you say that? Right, yeah.
It look like it's blending her last name with it, so it look like Naya.
So yeah,
Naya.
So we'll get it right though. But yeah, appreciate the conversation,
yeah.
Huh?
It look like Naya.
Naya, okay. Naya. Yeah, I ain't got my glasses on me, so that's unfortunate. But anyway, yeah, we appreciate the content. We will definitely give you a credit and it'll be in the description. But otherwise, yeah, she found some pretty interesting conversations or some pretty interesting videos and content for us to kind of take a look at. It is kind of further, I guess, calling the question the relationship between Arab Americans and Black Americans, which is which I don't know, if you growing up in the hood, it can be a kind of a love-hate relationship. I know for the most part, me and King Savage had growing up. We got love in these stories and stuff like that. You talk to them a little bit, they know where you coming from, they know your struggles, and they'll cut you some deals a lot of the time. But at the same time, there's other situations like what happened over on Western. I think was it 75th? What was it at? That J&J's.
What did you got? Yeah, that was something. That was over by like
Western and something, right?
That was Western, but that was going for. I forget. I think it was like. Yeah, I think it was like 79 over by 79. It was one of those places, but over close by Cicero. But that shit, yeah.
So yeah, they and yeah, he did.
I never knew what really happened. The whole story with that. I just know he whacked him. People really don't know the whole, like, they never told you the full story about that.
They didn't, but
they never did. They just kind of let that go away.
Yeah, like I said, I still don't like it though. But regardless though, like there's some things going on between the communities and stuff like that. But I like to think it's a lot of love at the same time. But that aside, politically, things are definitely gotten very interesting to say the least. A lot of Arab Americans have been looking to Black Americans for like support for this whole culture, this whole thing that's been going on between Gaza and Israel and stuff like that. So I personally don't really like the idea of choosing sides and stuff like that. It's not really my fight per se. But I don't know what I don't know what else to say. Like sometimes you kind of get in trouble for saying the wrong things about these type of matters. So that's the other part of the situation.
It's only trouble if you go against the American way. So if you swing it the other side, they're looking at you crazy.
So
we gotta understand this. The world is always all it is a big game. Everybody got a side. America's outside. You talk about against your side, you look fucking crazy.
So we can put it here, but that's pretty much how it go. But yeah, so let's see what these people got to say about apparently the Black support of like this whole Gaza situation, right? So
Have I seen? I haven't. Let's get into this video.
This is the time for all the minorities, all the movements, all the working class to come together and really build power and really fight against the fascism that's been here, but finally popping its head out and being loud and proud about it. And unless we do something, really come together, it's gonna get real bad.
Sounds good, bitch, but we should have did this November 5th. But might I remind you, you said this.
Vote for, if you want Donald Trump to win, say that. Bitch, I will vote for Satan if I have to. I don't care who we gotta deal with for the next 4 years, as long as you motherfuckers know that you fucked up and you guys are gonna deal with some type of repercussion for what happened for the last 10 months. I'm gonna do everything I can to make sure that bitch does not win and the Democrat Party loses the election. Fuck you guys.
And over here begging in the next video. Goddamn bitch. You made me so mad. I'm like, look at this pussy. I mean, just a few minutes later.
Yeah, right. the SpongeBob shit.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn. Yeah, so that's what the fuck happened, bro. Like you was talking all this shit in his last video about and I get it. I know he's probably I don't know where he's from. I don't know his nationality and stuff like that. But in the event
he's an Arabic American.
Yeah, in the event he's from Pakistan or Gaza and all that stuff. He probably got family in the situation. That's unfortunate, but. Like, bro, you can't. I'm sorry, man. You can't make this video like a couple months later talking about we got to fight fascism together, bro. You are part of this
problem.
You know what I mean?
You work so hard for this problem that you created. So man, hey man, y'all need to get out there and y'all, you Arab niggas that did it, y'all was fucking with them. Hey man, y'all got to get out there and get the crime.
So
last time I checked, the white man ain't ever gave a fuck about a nigga cries because we've been crying over this bitch almost a good 1,000. They don't give a fuck. So
I think we was the example for y'all to learn from, but y'all don't want to learn history. You know what I mean? But other than that, I mean, if they had to just listen to Kamala Harris about the matter, she just said that, hey, we need to work towards a two-state solution. Whereas Donald Trump's over here talking about we finna turn that motherfucker to a parking lot. You know what I mean? Well, he's we gonna
put condos. And he asked, well, do you let the Muslim people live? No, this is gonna be a Jewish town. They will not reap the benefits of the condos and the lake views and the bad women going up the beach. Yes, we better put a beach over there in that bitch.
So
in the desert.
So I'm just saying, like, I think black people have like the same issue about, oh man, we need our reparations. We ain't voting for Kamala Harris unless we get reparations. Like, listen, man, it's a process. It's a long conversation, like organized. There's a lot of stuff that has to happen before we get those reparations. At the very least, this lady's talking about I'll sign into law if it were to reach my desk. Whereas the other nigga talking about, I don't see it happen. And then he's hopping on interview to interview. Some of them being hosted by black people. And nobody's asking about the platinum plan. You know what I mean? Nobody. It's like
platinum plan gone. That's why.
It's like the platinum plan. That whole conversation happened in another dimension or some shit.
They all forgot about it.
and we all forgot about it.
And I would at least hold them to the fire. We need that platinum plan. You know what I'm saying? Hey, since we voted for you, nigga, that platinum plan.
You know what I mean?
You said, right?
That shit is blowing.
You said you was a man of your word, and when you're not just a big fat liar.
So it's like I just made that shit. Hold on, let me fix this real quick. Here when that happens. How do I do this? Okay, and then lock it.
You know you got just on you, right?
I don't know about you, right? Why did I do that? Okay, my bad. Like, don't wave your hands around, man. The camera like tweak out when I do that.
Oh. It moved again though.
Nice. It's like up there. That's what we looking at right there. So
move back again.
No, you see that camera up there and back there? That's us. We live. That's we live up there. This is just behind. But anyway, so yeah, like I said, like black Americans seem to just forgotten about this whole platinum plan ordeal, and it's I just don't see how we have it. I just don't see how he's being interviewed by black people that are even some of them trying to grill him. You know what I'm saying? Trying to give him a difficult interview. Have not brought up this platinum plan idea. I mean, because that alone would have dismantled a lot of his black supporters. Like all those people on a lot of
them don't know about it. So
the platinum, really?
No, they don't.
That is that bad?
Yeah.
That is pathetic. Like, that's like the biggest thing. Like,
black people don't know shit. They just want to get rid of Mexicans.
That's all they was thinking about.
That's all they was thinking about.
And that's not and what he and just literally even that, bro. Fucking JD Vance himself said black people would have went through. I'm not black people, but the grocery prices would have went up if we got rid of all those immigrants. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's not even that. They just wanted to get rid of all the new flunks of immigrants. They didn't have a problem with the ones that's been here, right? It was all the new ones.
With the black people, that's the black people had the problem with the new ones. But
it was like the influx of Venezuelans and all that. That's when black people started the trip. But before that, black people didn't give a fuck about Mexicans coming. They was cool. They didn't give a fuck.
But the point I'm making is if people understood that, I mean, because like it's not hard to find out that that illegal immigrants is working on these farms. Like we kind of I knew that before.
Because black people don't know who worked on fucking farms. Black people ain't never seen a farm.
So you saying they wouldn't have thought to even research it either?
No.
So we was doing from the beginning. But
they not thinking about. They just like, man, we gotta get these niggas about our neighborhood. That's all they saw, and then they saw when they was getting all that money. All it was when you saw that they was getting that, you like, man, I've been pouring this bitch for a long time. And they never did no shit like this for me. Yeah, and that's really what it was.
And you know what? I do gotta be fair. You're absolutely right. So So I want to talk. Well, I don't want to go too far into like the immigrant situation, but there was a failure on the Democratic side as well, like for sure. And there was a way to handle that situation better. But that is a conversation for another time. Well, that's another
they got
video.
Manipulated. Like the media manipulate people with a race. People think only immigrants really coming in this bitch is Mexicans. That's not true. They use black Mexican people for the face of something, so everybody would jump on board. Then realize, it's everybody. You see what I'm saying? Because everybody has a hate for black and brown people. Even black and brown people hate on it. So that's the way they manipulate you. They manipulate with an ethnicity, but we're gonna fuck with everybody on this though. But they use one ethnicity. Same with DEI, because everybody thought DEI was black people, but when they put the numbers up, everybody else was supporting it. Getting all that shit. It was the lowest number with the niggas. Everybody else was up here. So, but now they seeing, that was us. You see what I'm saying? But they used us as the face because everybody hates niggas. So if it's gonna destroy niggas, fuck it, yeah. Ready? Let's destroy it. And then hold on. Hey, why you doing this to me? Oh, you part of the DI. What you mean? I was just with you yesterday. That was diversity and inclusion hire.
That's that Paul Mooney nigga wake up call.
Yeah. So
pretty much. The black people definitely was hoodwinked into believing that these influx of Mexicans was a huge problem. But again, the point I was making is we have to understand that the sanctuary city thing needs to be addressed. It needs to be something that it's a conversation that was kicked down the road for too long, and now we finally reached a point where it kind of fucked us over a little bit. I know that Brandon Johnson was trying to do something with the federal funding. He wanted more federal funding, and Joe Biden didn't deliver on that. So there was a failure on the Democratic side as well, and it kind of just became a big big shit show basically, where black people was left with in a confused state. So I got to be fair for both sides, and because that's just a fair criticism that a lot of the MAGA niggas was making. But at the same time, deporting all these niggas was just not right. It's not the solution. It's just not.
It's gonna make a bigger problem for another day, and that's the problem. People think it's gonna stop one problem. It's gonna create another bigger problem. So it's just what problem you want to tackle. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather just tackle the immigration problem than the fucking starvation problem and fried food. So
there you go.
You know what I'm saying? People need to pick their poison. They chose the wrong poison.
And so going back to the point I was making at the head of this conversation, JD Vance himself said the grocery prices are going to go up, and everybody, all these angry people that hated Mexicans so bad, all collectively agreed that I'm willing to at least those that watch JD Vance say that
they'll sacrifice that.
They'll
go through that pain just to give you, and that shows you the level of hate that they have for you. It's basically saying I stab myself to stab you. And
the crazy part about it is it's the lack of empathy of not just those immigrants, but also the people that are in a lower class that can barely fucking make it already. You know what I mean? The people that's living paycheck to paycheck. What's another 30% gonna? What's a 30% price hike in groceries gonna do to a family that can barely make it from paycheck to paycheck?
I'm trying to tell you.
So. I don't know. Folks need to start. You know, doing a little bit more research, doing a little bit more history digging, and start reading these policies before they make their votes. You feel me? So,
Guys.
He said all of this, and then he sealed it with a kiss. How do you expect us to come together in unity and form a community when there's no trust? You betrayed us. The black community told you this was going to happen, and rather than listening to us, you silenced us, you harassed us, you doxed us, you dehumanized us. You told us we don't know what genocide is, we don't know what oppression is. Imagine telling somebody who literally had to survive 400 years of slavery that we...
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the raptor cake. Now how about something to put a smile on your face?
We don't know what oppression and genocide looks like. You think just one day we just woke up and black folks were granted their rights? No, we had to fight for it. And one thing that we learned within that fight is also learning about this thing called harm reduction. We had to learn how to play chess, not checkers, and it literally took us years to get here. And the sad thing about it is the black community tried to give you the play-by-play on how we could help the Palestinian people, but you didn't want to listen to us. You said that we're stupid, we don't know anything about oppression, we're ghetto, hoodlum, genocidal trash. You dehumanized us. Told us that we don't know anything about a country that has literally been disenfranchising us for the last 400 years.
They been
And the
whooping
sad
y'all
thing-
ass too for a little bit too. They want to talk. I'm just saying how you talk. But they been whooping y'all ass for a while. So
yeah, so they should kind of know like there's more than going straight to the thing that you want. Sometimes, yeah, you got to play chess and checkers, and you understand it's kind of a long game. This situation with Gaza, I'm sorry, but that's two-state solution was the best option for you given the options. It just is what it is. I mean, I know if a motherfucker told me like, yeah, you can either vote for the women that's willing to give Chicago like a two-state solution, or we gonna bomb Chicago altogether. Like, who are you gonna vote for?
two-state solution.
I mean, what we talking about? Like, and then from that two-state solution, that's when we can start working politics. You can start coming together, organizing, and then start lobbying and doing everything
Trump
you got to do.
never said he was going to do that. He said that after he became president. He just kept saying,
No,
"Well,
what? No, they
I'm
asked him.
president."
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying he said I can stop the war in a matter of hours. I'll make sure nobody's get hurt anymore. You know, yeah, I'm gonna save both sides. That's what he said to those people, and they believe the dumb shit the way I don't know why. 'Cause it's crazy that people are so gullible. I didn't know you just believe shit when people just say shit to you. I was always taught to question shit. Like, how you gonna do it? And then once he became president, I'm gonna blow that bitch up. What you talking? I'm gonna flatten that motherfucker like a pancake.
I don't know. I know some of the things he probably did mess around and say that at some points. I do remember him also saying that he has a very very close. He's very aligned with the Israeli at this point. But like the Ukraine and Russia thing, that's what he talking about. I'll end that one day. But I feel like I do remember him being pretty one sided as far as the Israeli thing and all that. I don't think he ever showed any type of compassion for the Palestinians and stuff. But that's some things I can. I'll do some research and when I'll probably throw in the video and then when I'm in the aftermath editing.
I mean, they said that I believe in this video it's going to be a Palestinian woman and talking about Trump said he's going to save us. He's going to stop the war. He's going to protect us. So I'm just trying to tell you, that's the dumb shit they believe.
Well, let's spoiler alert, motherfucker.
I know how far we
You
get
wouldn't
this.
have
This
your
is a
civil
32-minute
rights if it
video, so
wasn't
I'm
for
just
black people's plight. The only reason why you was even able to protest vote to begin with and throw it away is because of the blood that was spilled by my ancestors. So please get that fucking shit correct. And now y'all got the nerve to knock on the motherfucking door and ask black people, where are you at, black folks? We need you. Well, we needed you too on November 5th. And we told you that if you think that you are going to teach us a lesson, you're going to fuck around and find out first. Please don't come to black creators. Don't come to black
Fuck around and find out.
Bro is cooking for real though.
people asking us for shit in this moment. Okay, we only 2 weeks in, and we still haven't here. We still haven't.
Hey, man, to get busy because he's talking like a black woman.
You talking about this dude? Yeah. Okay. All right. I didn't know that.
And that
You can
brings
tell
it
by
back
the way
to
he's talking in the hand gestures. How he's talking. He talks like a
You don't talk with your hands, man.
not like a woman.
All right, man, calm down. Yes.
the dehumanization of it. We put our sweat, tears, and soul into this election, trying to save this nation once again for every other minority and marginalized community to betray us. And then you got the motherfucking nerve to show up to our fucking doorstep and tell us what the fuck to damn do. and we need to get your black ass up and do something. Please be gone with that bullshit. If anything, what y'all should be doing is apologizing to us.
Man, would you just watch the video, nigga?
Trying to gain our trust again, because I'm gonna tell you right now, we don't fucking trust you. In order to build community, there has to be trust there, and you've already gone against the damn grain. You got 2 years to get y'all shit together before the next midterms and gaining black people's trust, because we don't trust y'all asses. Because I'll be damned if I'm gonna be on the front lines and being used as a black human shield for people who do not even give a fuck about my existence, and played in our face and told us that they want us to suffer because they were angry. The same people who said that they were our allies when we said, if you vote for Kamala Harris, don't worry about her. The black community will hold her accountable if we elect her. But rather than reaching across the aisles for a compromise, you decide to play in our fucking face and set off a fucking bomb and explosion. And now all of us are dealing with the consequences. So please leave us the fuck alone. Stop harassing us. Remember, we don't know anything about oppression. We don't know anything about organization. We're DEI hires. We're apes. All this anti-black shit that y'all was saying on this TikTok app to black content creators and black people. We remember. Yeah. Okay, November was number 3 months ago. We remember. The North remembers. Why is the onus always on us? Again, black people do something. Black people fix it. Black people organize it. Black people put it together. For us to tear it the fuck apart and then play in your face and claim to quote unquote be allies when all we ever do is lie. Because as soon as the white supremacists come a knocking, we're gonna run and find safety in supremacy and leave your ass out in the cold to fend for yourself. Because again,
and then when we ask for reparations, they like, oh, y'all just looking for handouts. You feel me? So,
again, black person, you're not human. Your life doesn't matter. Even though I have BLM in my bio, I honestly don't think it matters. I'm doing this for clicks and views and get invited to the cookout. Just stop. Why is it that everything that this black woman said has come to pass and it's been less than 2 fucking weeks? Why is it that everybody black was on the same damn time and the same fucking wavelength, but y'all couldn't be? Because again, y'all don't want fucking equality. Y'all want to benefit from white supremacy. And right now, black people are trying to internalize that, grasp that, and try to move differently around y'all, because we do not trust anybody but our own in this moment. And can you really fucking blame us? Stitch this, bitch.
Y'all are really missing the
okay. Any comments about brother, what he said?
Oh, no. You spot on, man. Spot on, man. Said what he had to say, and I mean, this dude's a fuck boy, you know what I'm saying? Sitting over here crying. After saying all those disrespectful things about the black man and the black woman, it's crazy. And now you looking for our helping hand. I mean, a lot of these people keep saying that about us, and then they crying to us, and this like they just because we've been doing it for so long. We are the face of the fight.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep. It's like the. I mean, what can we say? Is it black and white, darkness and light, and all that stuff? They feel like if the white supremacist is in charge right now,
gotta go get the black.
Gotta get the black.
That's the only man. That's Superman. They Lex Luthor, bitch. But all I want y'all to know is we Kal-El around this motherfucker.
So that's just the thing. Like, well, how can you really spell it, man? Like if we always gonna be looked to for like as the heroes and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, we get left behind because y'all trying to chase that same bag, that same like likeness to whiteness, huh?
The camera change again, I think.
Oh no, you good? Okay. See all back there?
I don't know. I'm just looking at that.
No, that is behind. So like they're like say if they're gonna keep chasing this like likeness to whiteness. And like essentially keep leaving us behind, then I mean we can't do much with you. We can't trust you. You feel me? So until people can start to as I would say, get behind us and in our plights and what we got going on, then shit. In the meantime, shit. If y'all want us to help, y'all gotta pay us. Maybe we can be like political mercenaries.
I take their money just like the white man and say fuck them.
So
that's what I do.
All right, but so let's see like the rest of this a little bit, not all of it.
If your entire plan was to vote for Democrats and you think the Democrats or Kamala or whoever they put in as their puppet is going to save you or is going to make the world a better place, then bro, just sit on the sideline because you're not doing research. You're not listening to any of what the revolutionaries or the leaders of the past told us. The Democrats are not our friend, and neither are the Republicans. At the end of the day, regardless of who is in power, our goal should be to build community, to build coalitions, and to break out of
community. He just said, fuck our community a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, bro. Nobody forgot, bro. Like, what are you talking about, man?
Because he's humble. That's a humble man on that camera. Now, first he was an arrogant man. He was talking with his nuts. You know what I'm saying? Then he got humble. Ah, man.
they really finna fuck our shit up.
Okay, community. Okay, even though I voted for Trump, sorry. Okay, I should have voted for community. Community is liberal. We got to go in the middle.
Ain't that some shit, man? Yeah. All right, let's get the rest of this down out the way. We just watch the rest of this. Going about it up to this point.
The system that is currently destroying not just our communities, but the entire world. So if you are still choosing a side, whether it's Democrat or Republican, you are a part of the problem. You are not helping find a solution. So if you're just gonna sit on the sideline, like, you could do that. At the end of the day, the only people that we need are the people that are willing to actually work.
Okay.
Nigga, we've been doing the work.
Yeah. So listen, nigga. Yeah, we know this already, bro. Most people that are politically aware and stuff like that, we know already. It's just that we all kind of collectively already understand that what the Republicans got going on is far removed from what we all need in society, especially the working class. And it's just that y'all motherfuckers a little bit too late. I mean, I don't know what y'all was what y'all distracted yourselves with up until this point, but like we done figured this political shit out a long time ago. Like the right now the political line is way too far to the right. Democrats and Republicans is a little bit too right of the neutral centrist line, if you ask me. Like, Republicans think they're center, fucking Democrats think they center. No, they both a little bit too right from the center line, from centrist, if you ask me.
I mean, the Democrats would be fine if they just start pushing all this gay shit. That's all they had to do. I mean, just, they was pushing that shit down too many people's throats, man, and little kids and the trannies being with the women and doing this. They was doing too much. They was doing too much, and then people didn't like how the world was going in that direction. So a lot of people really sacrificed. They knew Trump probably wasn't the best, but they knew that he had stopped that, and they wanted that shit to stop really bad. That and immigration. Those are the two things that the Democrats gave him to run on, and that's all he kind of really needed because they wasn't trying to stop neither. That's the problem. So
this is my thing with that. Now, what happened during this situation, and I'm hearing this a lot, and this is what I kind of came up with in response to a conversation like that. Like the gay people, there's enough of them to essentially garner like influence. You know what I'm saying? If that influence is strong enough, and if it's lucrative enough, which had a lot to do with it, then people, companies and different type of corporations will respond to it, and because they think that this is they can believe from a capitalistic standpoint that they can get some kind of sentimental political leeway in all of the in politics essentially. So yeah, they'll placate to this gay thing and the LGBT rights and all that stuff to just to gain like some affections and stuff like that. But all that aside, the fact of the matter is these people, like the LGBT people, they put their differences aside because there's big differences between those letters. Yeah, they came together and they lobbied. They put their wealth together and they made a scene, a big enough scene to garner the attention of the Democrats. Now, here's my thing, but obviously not from the Republicans, because the Republicans got the Christians on their side, and there's the opposing views there. So what I'm saying is yes, they made a lot of noise, and the Democrats are appeasing to their interests. But if black people, not necessarily black people, but if other Democrats have a problem with that agenda, then they will take that up with the Democrats, and they will essentially, this is all theoretical, okay? I'm not advocating for people to push gay people or anybody out of politics. I'm just saying, in theory, if a group of people have a problem with the stance or the judgments or the alignments of another group of people, then you have to essentially create a stronger collective, create a stronger union, and argue against those people's self-interest. I mean, that's just kind of how it is.
I mean, that's the problem. They acted like it was more gay people than it were conservative Americans. And that was the problem. They made it seem like they were the center of the world. And they was pushing their agenda globally, and the world was even tired of that shit. So it's like, America's like, yeah, we feel you, and we gonna stop this shit. And they will pick the worst thing for themselves because we, like I said, we come from a place where people say, I would stab myself to stab you.
Well, that much is true. That much is definitely true. But so I don't know. Like I personally, like, hey, the current situation. I mean, me personally, it don't really bother me that much. I know that if I have a problem with my children, because I know I want grandkids and stuff like that, and if my kid comes to me with like questions and stuff like that, hey, it is what it is. I'm gonna raise my boy to be a boy. I'm gonna raise my girl to be a girl. But just I'm still gonna take a neutral stance. If society itself feels like it's a big issue, that this gay thing is a big issue, then let them voice that. But for me and my personal family, I have complete control over what happens within the confines of my household, or at least I have like the influence.
I'm just saying, just so you have a daughter and she want to do sports, and then you got to deal with the trans man and she get kicked in the fucking face, and you watching your little girl.
Ain't no man for to kick my daughter in the face.
You know what I'm saying?
No man for to kick my daughter in the face. I'll tell you that right now. Go ahead, my bad, but yeah.
I'm just saying that was the world we was living in, bro. And we would have just, if nobody did nothing right, that was gonna be the world we was living in.
Yeah.
And a lot of people really wanted that shit to stop. A lot of people, and I understood that because I wanted to stop it. It wasn't. I did the pros and the cons. I said I really want that, but it did not outweigh everything else I knew that he was gonna do. Like, I was a couple months before, I was the person saying maybe we should vote for Trump. Then I was like, nah, the nigga crazy as fuck. I even took it back. It's all documented here. So I understand how you can get tricked. You think like maybe, okay, no, it wasn't it. It wasn't worth it. And I didn't give him that because I knew it wasn't worth it what we about to go through today. Even though I dislike what y'all dislike, I understand what we had a problem with. I do. But it wasn't worth this. That's all I'm saying.
I'm gonna kind of end more of my stance off. You can have the last word if you want it, but like just like the situation with the Palestinians, just like that, and Arab Americans. If there was a position that the Democrats was making that you had a problem with, just like anybody else that may have a problem with LGBT rights and stuff like that, you have to come together and you have to essentially bring that to the forefront of you have to talk to state senators. Well, hold on, you got to talk to your state senators. You got to talk to everybody, and then you have to do it. You have to do it to the point where it influences the people that you voted for, because you can flat out say, hey, we're not going to vote for you. Until you change your stance on this, and if they don't want to change their stance on it, well, they're gonna vote in somebody that won't that will. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's what happened. But people did do what you're saying they did. They ignored them.
No, so this is what I'm saying is you're gonna have to do a better job. Look, listen, you're gonna have to do it to the point where that person won't get voted in the next time. And I don't think if you're saying that it's not gonna work, then that's just your opinion. I feel you, but I'm just saying, in my opinion, had they come large enough, and if they held their feet to the fire, yeah, and if those men were if they ignored them, then those people that have a problem with these LGBT rights or what Kamala Harris or the Democrats stance on the Palestinian war or anything like that, if they serious enough, they simply won't vote those people in the next time. They say, you know what, I would vote for you, but I'm not going to vote for you now because what you said to me, 4 years ago. And then you can still bring in another Democrat, right, that shares that interest, that shares your mindset. It's just that they still are a Democrat.
Yeah, that's the point. But the Democrats all move under one accord. It's like they all have this. I hate to say it, they all have this one mindset. So it's like they all push this gay agenda. They all want this type of way of life. So it don't matter what Democrats you, they all follow this one accord. You know what I'm saying? Because the rumor is they only follow one leader. That's B. Barack. He has an initiative that he's been manipulating through the background for a very long time. I don't know how true it is, but that's what people believe. You know what I'm saying? Because he was the first president to push all these type of agendas. That push it the hardest. And every Democrat after him pushed it the same. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So
you could only say that's his agenda.
Look, if there's something going on in the back end, then it's like this. What I said is how it's supposed to go. Now, if there's things going on in the back end, that's contradictory to how things are supposed to go, that people are gonna have to make a decision about what they're gonna do with these politicians. But I would argue to say voting for the worst niggas is not a plausible solution. Now other solutions, I'm gonna just let people like use their imaginations to figure out what they would do to politicians that's essentially hard headed and ignore the pleas and the cries of the majority. Because I'll be damned if somebody say something crazy, and this has nothing to do with Palestinian rights, this has nothing to do with Arab Americans, has nothing to do with LGBTs. This is just like in general. I'd be damned if a large group of people that have my shared interests literally vote somebody out and then vote somebody in that is more aligned with our self-interest, and he does the exact same thing as the last person did because of this hidden agenda that's been going on and stuff. It might be time for some accelerated action. You know what I'm trying to say? So, hey, again, I would urge people to be more creative than what their first instinct may be. But otherwise, I don't know. You got to earn your liberation sometimes. You got anything else to say?
Not at all.
Okay, so it's been Chicago Black Delegation. We catch you on the flip side. So we got some more comments that kind of came in. You said, what you say, 6:30?
About 6:30, 6:40. Yeah.
Okay, we just fly through this last one. So Skillmonger says, thanks for the plug. Any day, my guy. Blexit, the commentator. What is the best? Hold on, I gotta read this. I need my glasses. Blexit, the commentator, communita, nigga. I fuck with it.
Go black again, and he talking about the gay dude. He's agreeing basically. He talks like that.
Yeah, make it black in Chicago black again. Hey, I like the idea of that. But one step at a time. Blexy, he also says he talks like the rank and the foul black male Democrat. You talking about this dude? Yeah, I got no comment to that, my guy. You ain't gonna hang me up, but I don't know.
He was just a sassy young man. I ain't tripping on him. I knew how he was gonna give it to him.
All right, so. But yeah, we appreciate all the comments, though, man. Definitely appreciate all the support. So let's get into this next part.
The last administration tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619, but under our administration, we honor the indispensable role Black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. In the very first skirmish
I'm
of
tweaking.
the Revolutionary
I'll fucking
War.
tweak. I'm so sorry. I ain't even interested. I'll fucking tweak. All right, so.
You probably should just left the video where it was at.
No, I guess that's so much editing. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Chicago Black Delegation Podcast. I'm your host, HE, aka High and Thinking, and it's my co-host,
King Savage.
And we're going to be talking about Donald Trump and this, in the Garden of what?
Garden of Heroes.
Garden of Heroes. Okay, so we'll see what this is about. I heard FBA's been this has been a rave of FBA communities and stuff like that. Let's see what they're talking about, man. Hopefully it's something actually good, because I know FBA has really been a strong supporter of this dude in the Republican Party and stuff. I'm like, look, man, there's better ways to get black power back in America than voting for Donald Trump. You feel me?
Sometimes people do feel they need to learn how to dance with the devil.
Yeah.
The last administration tried to reduce all of American history to a single year, 1619, but under our administration, we honor the indispensable role Black Americans have always played in the immortal cause of another date, 1776. We like 1776. In the very first skirmish of the Revolutionary War at Lexington Green, an enslaved black man named Prince Estabrook, you know Prince Estabrook? Yeah. Answered history's call and fought as the Minutemen alongside the other patriots of the very small Massachusetts town. Couldn't protect itself, but they did a good job. Prince was wounded in the early morning battle, becoming not only the first African-American soldier to fight in the Revolution, but among the very first Americans to spill their blood. One of the first in the nation to spill blood in that very, very tough time. Soon Estabrook joined the Continental Army and ultimately won his own freedom along with that of his fellow Americans. His legacy will endure, and we're very proud to honor him today. It's a very important day in our country, and we honor him. First person to spill blood happened to be Tim Estabrook. Today, I'm pleased to announce that we will be including the statue of Prince Estabrook in our new National Garden of American Heroes. We're going to be doing a Garden of American Heroes. And now that I think of it, I must tell you, sadly, most of them, I guess all of them, are not with us any longer. I was going to put Tiger in the garden, but maybe you don't want to be there. I maybe should wait a little bit, huh? Like about 50. I think I'm going to wait about 50 years.
They do you when you die, Tiger.
But Tiger's going to make it, okay? But I'm a little afraid to tell him yes.
Next week, though.
Because he'd be the only one that's living. I don't know.
I'm mad you keep looking back at Tiger Woods talking about.
What do you think, Tiger?
Your friends living. Yeah, no. You gotta wait till you dead.
Ain't that like ethereal, like kind of weird to feel like the nigga looking at you talking about, yeah, man, we go do you good when you dead, bro.
Yeah, Tiger, my bad, nigga. I fuck you. I love you though, Tiger. I'm putting you in there though, but you gotta die though. I'm make sure that happens. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta be dead first. You know what I'm saying? You just can't be happy. You the only living hero in it. That shit wow. You know what I'm saying?
I'm like, nigga, you talking to me like you ain't 80 years old. Like, nigga,
you keep looking back at my boy Tiger. You know Tiger.
Shit, you act like you ain't gonna die before me, and then that's when he gonna look at you like, nigga, I ain't gonna die before you. I got robots and shit ready for me.
I got good money. You got money too, Tiger, but your money ain't long as mine.
You'd be surprised with what money do to longevity of life. Hey, like, what's that dude that was it a Rockefeller or some shit that had like 3 heart transplants, 4 heart transplants?
Yeah, that was Rockefeller. Yeah.
So hey, let's keep it.
Dude from Chase. Yeah, he had 4 hearts, 4 heart surgeries in a matter of about a year because his body kept rejecting it.
Hell no.
Like the devil. That boy, he looked so evil.
Tiger's rejecting that offer, right? Under the executive order I signed last month, this new beautiful outdoor statue park. It's going to be a statue park. It's going to be unbelievable. We're picking the final sites now. It's between various states that want it very badly. We'll honor hundreds of our greatest Americans to ever live, including countless Black Americans, icons. The garden will predominantly feature incredible women like Harriet Tubman, Rosa Parks, Billie Holiday, Aretha Franklin, and Coretta Scott King. And I will showcase extraordinary. It will be something very extraordinary. It's going
to.
This dude, he gonna talk about Coretta Scott King and then gonna drop files talking about my boy Martin Luther King was sucking dick. This shit, the level of disrespect, and you trying to act like you respect this woman, but you trying to destroy the legacy of the king. But then say, I'm gonna put you in there though. The fucked up part, she did. Oh, this shit crazy, man. But yeah, go ahead.
You think he not gonna put a MLK, make an MLK statue?
He probably not. He probably just go put Coretta.
He don't put an MLK statue. All right, well, let's keep going. Let's keep. He might say it. He might say it.
After he sell you a nigga name, he gonna put the motherfucking Coretta Scott King up there. He gonna say, yeah, we ain't gonna put Martin Luther King in there.
He probably gonna put an MLK. Let's see what he say though.
We're going to produce some of the most beautiful works of art in the form of a statue from men like Frederick Douglass, Booker T. Washington, Jackie Robinson, what a great athlete that was. Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, there you go.
Muhammad Ali, he was not a bad athlete. What do you think, Muhammad? Not too bad.
Why you say it like that?
Muhammad ain't too bad. You know, Muhammad Ali, I met him a couple times.
Yeah, I think. Oh, you think so? I felt like he said him because, like, he, what he said,
what he stood for. I know. He probably did. Like, that's Muslim, right? Y'all know.
But also like him not willing to fight the war and all that stuff, and actually influencing other black people.
He was a war runner, man. He came, he ran from the war.
Oh, yeah, him too.
He lied to say he had some type of foot disease or something with his foot. You know what I'm saying? Because he didn't want to get out there and get busy.
All right.
Go look up. Yeah, he did it. Yeah, come on, bro. He just didn't go to jail. That's all.
Gotcha.
Daddy was rich. And he was a pussy.
And the late Kobe Bryant. People love Kobe Bryant.
People love Kobe.
And we're going to save Tiger Woods for another time. That's all that I can. I'm sorry.
Coming for you, Kobe. So I hit the break to you, buddy. What am I doing? Oops, wrong button. Yep. So that's Donnie for you, man. So yeah, what's your thoughts surrounding this? Like he went ahead and told us, giving us all this good old lip service at the head of it. Good old, telling, gassing everybody, all the black people up about Black History Month and all the contributions towards the to America and all that good stuff, that America's productivity. Even though he didn't say we built the country like he should have said, he's saying all these nice things, stuff like that. Then he's telling us about the statues, how nice statues are going to be, where they're going to put all this stuff. But around the same time, he's cutting funding from the HBCUs.
I mean, every president seemed to, for some reason, like to go there first. They like to cut money from that shit. Like you got all the money. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, he cutting HBCUs. Like you said, he doesn't want to. They don't want Black history taught no more. Critical race theory. They only want to learn about.
Oh wait. Let's start right there. Critical race theory real quick, because a lot of people don't seem to understand. Like they think he just said some shit about critical race theory. No, he actually put action behind it. Yeah. Any school that wants to teach critical race theory, which is simply just Black history.
Black history. No, I mean, he don't want to talk about slavery. They don't want to talk about it because it makes.
And Black history too.
Black history because it involves slavery. That's the point. Black American history involves slavery. So they don't want to talk about that anymore because little white kids in America feeling guilty about it.
Oh shit. Yep. Well, and so yeah, and he not only does he does not want them to teach these things so bad, especially CRT so bad that he wrote an executive order, right, to cut federal funding to schools that teach CRT. So that's actual tangibles that is being stripped from Black productivity, Black progress.
And also, for the Black people keep saying that Black people don't teach their kids Black history, it's not about that. It's about everybody learning Black history to understand our plight in America. Because now we only people that understand our plight in America. Therefore, when we fight for things, nobody's going to care. Nobody's going to understand why we enraged or doing the things that we do. So that's why it's important that all Americans learn about Black American history, because that is American history. Now, if you just want to take the Black away from it and just call it American history and still be taught, so be it. But it's still Black American history.
Feel me? So... I don't know what's, man. So everybody that's trying to come in and talk about Trump is not a bad dude, he's not racist and all this. Like, listen, bro, you're gonna have to figure out if Donald Trump is a net positive or a net negative for Black people, and you're gonna make your decision next. You need to make your decision based on that type of a metric, that type of accountability structure. Otherwise, so what you think about the sentiments, the statues themselves? Like, what's your takes on it? Like, are you think it's a good thing that we get a fake Black Mount Rushmore?
All I'm saying is, all those people got statues everywhere else already. We don't need no more fucking statues. We need what's owed to us, fucking tangibles. We don't give a fuck about no statues. And the monkeys that do, it's just like a banana. They get a banana to the monkey for a few minutes while he's eating that banana. That banana, he forgets he's in the cage for a moment because he's happy, because it reminds him where he come from. That he gets to eat this little fruit. But in a minute, he's going to realize I'm still in the fucking cage, and I don't get to do what I fucking want to do.
Bars. I don't think I got reels to add to that. I think that's a good way to end this conversation on. I've been hired thinking of the Chicago Black Delegation. This has been
a good one, King Savage.
And we'll catch you on the flip side. Kobe. Oh, that's bars, boy.
There you go, you hit that shit.
Yeah, I did hit that shit, nigga. All right, so that'll be our last video. Savage got a dip. We very much so appreciate everybody sliding through on us. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes and shares and all that good shit. Again, stop by my man Skillmonger YouTube channel. Downloadable content.
There's some more comments down there. My man still talking.
Oh, what's going on? You can read them. You heard what they're talking about.
He said Trump helped me during the first term, but Biden almost ruined my life with his severe mismanagement of the company. I mean, the problem is people keep saying that Joe Biden fucked up the country, right? But you got to understand something. Every president's term, it takes a while to fuck up the country, right? So technically that term that you talking about that Trump helped you in, that was technically Barack Obama. That wasn't Trump. Y'all giving the man credit for a lot of things Barack Obama did. It takes a while to fuck the economy. The economy that Biden got was the Trump economy. Y'all need to learn this because I'm tired of people saying that. So when Biden was off, and that was the Trump economy. This is supposed to be the Biden economy now, but the way Trump is fucking it up so fast, you're not even going to see that. So he's going to blame Biden for all these things, but it's not. It's really Trump. And y'all got to learn that because the way he's fucking the country up, he's only been in there a couple weeks, and he's getting busy. So the person that truly helped you wasn't Trump, wasn't Biden. It was Barack Obama. That's all I got for you, bro.
You know, what else you say? He said helping, but okay, yeah. So, hey, I was tell y'all, hey, thanks for sliding. I will be cutting myself a little bit of a break, and I will be reading Donald Trump's executive orders. I won't be giving too much commentary on it. I'm just gonna be kind of reviewing and all that stuff, but I appreciate it, bro. But like, we'll catch you on the flip side though. Cheese, peace. I said cheese. I'm fucking up too. You heard that? Cheese pizza. I'm in the next stream like that. Oh shit! How do I do this? Appreciate you, man.